Hi guys, if you have already done your business planning for the year, I'm sure you will still find an insight in this video because there is one step that I haven't done myself previously and I don't hear about it often, even though I am in planning and I love planning and I've done it for years. Welcome to Time I Create, a podcast where I share behind the scene of starting, growing and running my creative business and also juggling the rest of my lives like sports, hobbies, just home and being a mom and trying to be creative in all that chaos. So in this podcast, I share some ideas behind the scenes, some mind shifts and some various sorts of business topics. I hope it will be helpful and you enjoy. For me personally, January is still a planning and setup month because I already don't need to worry about all the Christmas and New Year's stuff, so I can sit down and think about what do I want to accomplish during this year. And even though my work ramps up very quickly during January and February, I still like to dedicate some time to planning, and usually it involves 5 steps. And guess the first step? The first step is vision. And it's not just the vision for business, it's the vision for my whole life, because business is one part of my life alongside with family, friends, hobbies, sports and self-development and all the other aspects of life. So business is one, and it's something that helps to support the rest of my life as well. So having a vision for the whole life is fundamental. It's the why of everything that I do in my day-to-day, really. This is the time when I dream big, and vision is a bit uncomfortable, but very desirable. So it motivates me to wake up in the morning and go and do little things that help me to go towards that vision. It's a reminder for me of why I do things. For example, I would like to be healthy and fit for as long as I can, and this is my why. So I don't question too much when I wake up and it's raining and I'm thinking, oh, I need to go for a run. No, I know why I need to go for a run, because I want to be healthy, because I want to support my body to be as healthy as possible for as long as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much my why. And the same in the business. Sometimes when the things are really flat and I think, oh, I don't get any traction, or no one is replying to my offers to collaborate, and then I remember that, okay, that's me who want to collaborate, so I better step out of my comfort zone and go and follow up and go and email them again or message them again, and find my way to make it work for me, maybe in different ways. So this is my why. Step number 2 is to reframe that big vision to 5, 3 and 1 year vision. So it feels closer, it feels more achievable, and it's a stepping stone to that bigger vision. And here it's still about the whole life, not just the business. And here I like to create an exercise of ideal week or ideal day. So whatever speaks better to you. So it's about sitting in front of the blank calendar if it's a week, or a blank page if it's a day, and try to map out what your ideal day would look like. And when I was doing this exercise, it feels very tricky and strange to think about what time do I want to wake up? What do I want to do next? What do I want to feel, and what do I want to eat? What do I want to do? And building this vision for 1 year or for next 3 years or next 5 years, it's so refreshing. It's so tricky because we are already in our routine, like day-to-day routine, and it's tricky to start dreaming about it in a bit different way when you don't have any, well, you only have a canvas in front of you. Step number 3 is more of a transition from that lifestyle to that business side, and it's calculating this dream life. So here I take whatever I envisioned in my life, correlated to a money value, to make sure it's possible for me to do. For example, if I decided to go to the gym every week, I see how much does it cost and I put it in my calculation. The same goes to the other things. For example, if I would like to go out for a dinner, let's say every week, I need to add it to my calculation. Or if I would like to go on a holiday, I will need to add it. And the same goes to every aspect of my life. So it's the rent or mortgage or car or going to the gym or buying food and everything else. And also all the business things, business expenses that I currently have. They all go to this calculation so that I understand how much money do I need to earn to cover all those expenses and all that life that I would like to get. And then, having all this information in mind, I set myself some realistic milestones. What can I achieve in the next 30 days, the next 60 days, the next 90 days? Personally, I like to dream big, but I like to also have some realistic stepping stones, because when I say, oh, I will earn like 10 times more than I earn now in next 30 days or 60 days, I personally somehow don't believe in it. So I don't fully get involved in that. But when I see something more realistic, like increase my income in next 30 days for 10%, this is realistic. For 20%, this is realistic, but not like 100% or 200%. So that's how my brain works, and it's something that works for me. The next step, and step 4, is when I move more to the business side and I see what sort of actions will support the milestones that I set up in my previous step. So I start with listing all the money-making activities in my business. I'll give you my examples, but it can be something similar or something different to you, depending on what you do. I reach out to brands with my video services offers to build awareness. I email to those who I already worked with. I do networking locally. I do advertising to expand the reach. Discovery calls with the strategy calls are part of the money-making activities in my business. Next, I list all the important parts of running my business. And for me, it's fulfillment days, it's editing, it's communication with clients, communication with freelancers. I don't have a team, so I sometimes outsource some bits and pieces to other freelancers as well. And we usually communicate about their expertise, my expectations, and so this is also part of my important things to do. And then I list all the other things that may affect the first 2 categories. And this is something that is about my holidays, the birthdays, the weddings that are planned for the whole year. And the most important part is to put all of those things in the calendar and make sure you know when and where are you going to do this. So for example, when I think about the outreach, I know that every Monday I will sit down at my desk and reach out to the brands with my offer. And I know that if one of the Mondays I will be on holiday and I will be, I don't know, somewhere else, I make sure that I will plan this money-making activity to another day. So this is how I plan the whole year. And I make sure that I put it all in my calendar so it's there for me and I don't have to think twice. So I sit down one time and I plan it all. So the baseline for my activities is there in my calendar and I don't have to think about it. So I keep all my creative thoughts and ideas for the time when I need them. And step 5, something I haven't done previously, and it doesn't seem like business planning, but it's planning some fun activities into the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly plan. So along with the hard work, it's very important to have some reward and some fun. And I'm one of those people who kind of think that, oh, I will have some fun thing to do after I finish my work. And then when I finish my work, I am like, oh, I can do a little bit more work and I'll continue, and I just miss the fun part. So this year I will be very intentional with planning some fun in, because I'm not sure if it's a good example for freelancer or business owners, but if my manager, let's say, told me that after you complete the whole project and have good results, you will get some bonus for reward, and I work hard on the project and I'm very happy with the results and I'm done and I'm waiting for my reward, and then my manager says, oh, you know what, I changed my mind, just continue working or do something more, I would be very, very upset about it. So why we as our own managers, our own bosses, do this to ourselves? So when we are waiting for some reward and fun and we don't do it, and the next time we promise ourselves something good and fun and rewarding, we may not believe ourselves if we don't keep the offer. So whenever we plan some fun, whenever we plan some reward, it's important to have this fun, have this reward, and be very strict about it, because we will not trust ourselves if we don't follow through our promise. So back to the action, I plan some time every week and every month and every quarter and every year when I will have some fun, and I know when it will happen and where it will happen. Most of the times, at least my weekly thing or my monthly thing, and I make sure that I have it in my calendar. And yeah, I will let you know in the end of the year how did it work. I hope it will work fine. I think the most important thing in all the planning is to have this planning and then go and do the things we planned. I am very guilty of planning a lot and not doing as much as I planned, or maybe having unrealistic plans. So the most important thing is to do and see how this plan works. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, it will be time to adjust. And thank you for joining this podcast, this video. I see you in the next one. Bye.